What if everything you've been told about aging is wrong? What if the real countdown to a longer life doesn't start at 20 or 40 or even 60, but in the first 60 seconds after you open your eyes each morning? Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you has shocked doctors, stunned researchers, and changed the lives of thousands of seniors who discovered one truth. Aging isn't a slow decline. It's a set of instructions your body follows every morning. And for most people over 65, those instructions have been sabotaging them for decades. But here's the twist. Your body is far more powerful than you think. Even right now, your heart still has the strength to beat billions more times. Your brain can form new neural pathways like wet clay being shaped into something brand new. Your muscles can regenerate faster than they did in your 40s if you give your body the right commands the moment your day starts. The frightening part? Most people unknowingly give their cells the wrong message every morning. One tiny habit done in the first hour after waking can accelerate joint aging, thicken your blood, confuse your hormones, and slow your metabolism. But the right habit? It can flip a switch that slows cellular decay and activates a repair mode that keeps your body biologically younger, sometimes by decades. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met a senior who seems to glow with energy while others their age look tired, stiff, and worn out? It's not luck. It's not genetics. It's the morning code their body follows. And today, we're unlocking that code. Because new longevity research has revealed something extraordinary. People over 65 who follow specific morning rituals can extend their lifespan by as much as 30 additional years, not through medication, not through expensive treatments, but through simple actions that take place before breakfast. Imagine waking up and giving your body a signal so powerful that your arteries stay flexible, your memory stays sharp, and your energy stays high well into your 80s and 90s. Imagine feeling your strength return, not fading, but rising, simply because you changed what you do at the beginning of your day. That's exactly what this video will show you. We're going to break down the 6 most powerful morning habits proven to activate your body's natural longevity systems. Habits that protect your heart, sharpen your mind, strengthen your joints, and even slow the shortening of your telomeres, the tiny biological clocks inside your cells. But before we get into the list, you need to hear the most important part. Your morning determines your aging speed. Speed it up or slow it down. Every single day, you make that choice without realizing it. And the habit we'll reveal in Part 2, it's the one nearly every senior does wrong, and fixing it could instantly make you feel 10 years younger. Let me start this part with a question that might feel uncomfortably familiar. Why do so many people over 65 wake up feeling tired even after a full night of sleep? It's not aging, it's not normal, it's a signal. Your body is trying to tell you something the moment you open your eyes. Your internal systems are either turning on or shutting down. There is no in-between. And this brings us to the most misunderstood morning habit, the one that silently accelerates aging more than nearly anything else. Morning dehydration. Most people don't realize this, but while you sleep, your body loses water every single minute. You breathe it out, you sweat it out, your organs use it to repair themselves. By the time the sun rises, your blood has thickened like a slow-moving syrup. That thicker blood forces your heart, already working harder with age, to pump with more pressure. Your brain gets less oxygen, your joints become stiff, your kidneys strain, and your energy crashes before you even leave the bedroom. But here's the incredible part. When researchers tracked seniors who fixed this one habit, they discovered something remarkable. Consistent morning hydration didn't just improve daily energy, it actually slowed aging markers and extended lifespan. Seniors who started their day with proper hydration had fewer strokes, fewer heart issues, less dizziness, clearer thinking, and noticeably better mobility. But here's where the story gets even more interesting. A woman named Leela, age 72, once believed her morning fatigue was just part of getting older. Every day she'd wake up dizzy.
Every day her hands would shake. Every day her heart felt like it was pushing through mud. Her doctor told her, "You're dehydrated before sunrise." She laughed at first. She drank water during the day. She loved tea. She wasn't thirsty. But that was the problem. Your sense of thirst weakens with age. By the time you feel thirsty, your cells have already been struggling for hours. So Leela changed one simple thing. She drank a full glass of water before anything else touched her lips. Not coffee, not tea, not juice, just water. And within 2 weeks, her dizziness disappeared, her energy rose, her memory sharpened. Her doctor told her her blood flow looked like someone 20 years younger. This isn't magic. This is biology responding to clear instructions. Your body is waiting for a signal every morning, and hydration is the first command it understands. But if you think hydration is powerful, wait until you hear the next habit. A habit so overlooked yet so transformative, it can reset your biological clock and stabilize your hormones within minutes. And most people over 65 never do it, even though it's free, effortless, and takes less than 10 minutes. Before we reveal this next habit, let me ask you something simple. Have you ever wondered why some mornings you feel alert and alive, while other mornings you feel foggy, slow, or strangely unmotivated? It's not luck. It's not mood. It's not one of those days. It's your internal clock, the system inside your brain that decides when your energy rises, when it crashes, when your hormones fire correctly, and even how fast your body ages. And here's the part almost nobody over 65 realizes. Your internal clock depends on one signal above all others, and that signal is sunlight. Not a lamp, not a window, not the glow from your phone. Real, natural morning light. Within the first 10 minutes of waking, if your eyes receive direct sunlight, something extraordinary happens. Specialized cells deep inside your retina send a powerful electrical message straight to the master clock in your brain. This message says, wake up, repair, balance the hormones, boost metabolism, strengthen immunity, stabilize mood. It's like flipping on the main breaker in a house. Suddenly, every system comes alive. But when seniors spend their mornings in dim light, indoors or staring at a screen, the breaker never gets flipped. The body wakes up confused, hormones drift, energy lags, sleep quality declines, and the aging process speeds up, quietly, invisibly, day after day. Here's the amazing part. Morning sunlight doesn't just improve your day, it can reverse biological age markers. A 78-year-old man named Richard learned this the hard way. He'd wake up at 6, make coffee, turn on the TV, and sit in the same dark corner of his living room. He didn't feel depressed, but he didn't feel alive either. His doctor suggested just one habit. Step outside for 5 to 10 minutes of direct sunlight within the first hour of waking. Nothing intense, no walking required, just light hitting the eyes. Eyes open, no sunglasses, looking toward the general direction of the sky. Richard tried it. On day 1, nothing major happened. On day 3, he woke up before his alarm. On day 5, he felt energy he hadn't experienced in years. On day 10, he slept through the night after decades of insomnia. His mood lifted. His appetite stabilized. He started feeling younger on the inside, as he put it, because morning sunlight resets your biological clock, and a reset clock slows aging. Sunlight also boosts serotonin, the chemical that makes you feel calm, optimistic, and emotionally steady. Later in the day, your body converts that serotonin into melatonin, the hormone responsible for deep, restorative sleep. So with one free habit, you improve your mornings and your nights.
But here's the twist. Most people think sunlight is only helpful for mood and sleep. In part 4, we reveal a habit that strengthens one of the most important systems in your body, a system that decides how fast your muscles weaken, how fragile your bones become, and how quickly your mobility declines. And the shocking truth? Fixing this next habit can make you feel 20 years stronger. Let me start this part with a question most seniors never ask themselves. What if your weakness, your stiffness, your slowing mobility aren't signs of aging at all, but signs of a system inside you that hasn't been turned on each morning? Because there is a system like that, a system that decides whether your muscles stay firm or shrink, whether your bones stay dense or brittle, whether your joints bend smoothly or grind painfully. and it activates or shuts down based on what you do within the first hour after waking. This system is your neuromuscular activation network, and it's the hidden key to staying strong after 65. Here's something that may shock you. Muscles don't weaken because you get older. They weaken because they stop receiving the morning signals that tell them to stay active, repair themselves, and grow. When you wake up and move slowly, shuffle across the room, or sit immediately, your muscles interpret that as a message: energy not needed, shut down repair mode. But when you give your body the right morning trigger, a gentle, targeted pattern of movement, your muscles wake up like someone flipped a switch. This is why some seniors appear strong and active well into their 80s and 90s, while others struggle by 65. Let me show you how powerful this system really is. A 69-year-old woman named Teresa used to describe her body as rusty. She felt stiff getting out of bed, her back cracked constantly, and stairs felt like a mountain. She assumed it was aging. Then her physical therapist told her something surprising. You're not stiff because you're old. You're stiff because your muscles are still asleep when you start your day. He gave her a simple routine. No equipment, no strain, just controlled activation movements lasting 3 to 4 minutes. Within a week, she noticed her legs felt lighter. Within 2 weeks, her balance improved. Within a month, she said her 7 a.m. self felt like her 40-year-old self. Why? Because the moment you wake up, your muscles have low blood flow, low oxygen, and low nerve signaling. They're in idle mode. But gentle activation, like slow knee lifts, light marching in place, or a brief stretch sequence, boosts circulation, wakes up the nerves, lubricates the joints, and tells the brain, keep these muscles young, keep them strong. Here's the most surprising part. Muscle loss after 65 isn't just a physical issue, it directly affects lifespan. Seniors with stronger leg muscles live longer, stay independent longer, and recover from illness faster. Strength isn't vanity, it's survival. And this next morning habit, it's the true multiplier. Because even if you hydrate, even if you get sunlight, even if you activate your muscles, there is one system inside the body that controls the speed of aging itself, and almost no one over 65 realizes they can influence it every morning. In Part 5, we reveal the morning habit that affects your inflammation levels, your heart health, your brain clarity, and even how fast your cells deteriorate. This one changes everything. Before we reveal this next morning habit, ask yourself this. Why do some people age slowly and gracefully while others seem to age and fast forward? Two people can be the same age, same lifestyle, same weight, same habits, yet one looks vibrant and energized, and the other looks drained and worn down. The difference often comes down to one invisible force inside the body: inflammation. Not the kind you feel when you get hurt, but the quiet, chronic inflammation that slowly affects your heart, your joints, your brain, and even your mood. Doctors call it silent inflammation because you don't notice it until it has already caused years of damage. And here's the part most seniors never hear.
Your morning routine is the single biggest factor that controls your daily inflammation levels. Why morning? Because while you sleep, your body turns into a repair shop. It cleans up damaged cells, flushes toxins, and resets your immune system. But the moment you wake up, your body waits for instructions. Is today a day for healing or a day for stress? And the habit we're about to reveal tells your cells exactly which path to choose. This habit doesn't require equipment, it doesn't require strength, it doesn't require long routines. It only requires one thing: intentional breathing. Not deep breathing, not meditation, just 60 to 90 seconds of controlled morning breaths that reset your nervous system. Because when you wake up, your stress hormone cortisol is naturally higher. It's supposed to be. But for most seniors, cortisol stays high due to poor breathing patterns and morning tension. That constant stress signal causes inflammation to spike throughout the day. But when you breathe intentionally, slow inhale, slow exhale, you activate your parasympathetic nervous system, the calm and repair mode your body desperately needs. Here's how powerful it is. A man named Gerald, age 81, had constant morning tension in his chest and shoulders. He wasn't anxious, he just felt tight all the time. His doctor explained that his shallow breathing kept his body stuck in fight-or-flight mode from the moment he woke up. Gerald tried one simple morning breathing routine: 4-second inhale, 4-second hold, 6-second slow exhale.
Repeat for 1 minute. By day 3, his tension loosened. By week 1, his heart rate dropped. By week 2, his morning aches were noticeably reduced. And by week 4, he said his mind felt clearer than it had in years. Because when inflammation drops, everything improves. Your joints move easier. Your brain fog disappears. Your heart works less. Your mood stabilizes. Your energy rises. But here's something even more surprising. Intentional morning breathing helps slow cellular aging by reducing oxidative stress, the same process that wrinkles skin, weakens organs, and shortens lifespan. This means the way you breathe after waking can literally influence how long you live. And in part 6, we reveal a morning habit even more surprising, a habit that changes how your cells repair themselves at the deepest level, something scientists once thought was impossible to influence without medication. You're going to want to hear this one. Before we dive into this next habit, let me ask you something most people never think about. What if your body had a built-in repair system that could clean, recycle, and rebuild your cells every single morning, but it only turns on if you push the right button? Because that system exists, and most people over 65 shut it off without realizing it. The system is called cellular repair mode, and it's controlled by microscopic structures inside your body called mitochondria. These tiny engines decide whether your cells stay young or whether they break down faster than they should. And what activates them in the morning? It's shockingly simple. A short, intentional window of delayed intake. In other words, waiting just a little bit before eating your first meal. Now, let's be clear, we're not talking about long fasting. We're not talking about skipping meals. We're not talking about dramatic lifestyle changes. We're talking about giving your body 90 minutes after waking before introducing food. Why is this so powerful? Because during sleep, your body enters a cleanup mode. It removes damaged proteins, repairs weak cells, and activates what scientists call autophagy, your body's natural recycling system. But the moment you eat, even something small, your body shuts that system down and shifts into digestion mode. So when seniors eat immediately upon waking, especially sugar-heavy foods, they stop their natural repair process exactly when it should be peaking. A man named Harold learned this by accident. At 74, he always ate breakfast within 10 minutes of waking. He believed eating early was good for metabolism, but he felt tired all morning, his joints ached, and his mind felt slow.
Then something changed. His wife started a new routine and asked him to wait an hour before eating so they could share breakfast together. Harold wasn't thrilled, but he agreed. And to his surprise, within days he felt lighter, his energy stayed stable, his stiffness eased, his morning fog cleared. His doctor later explained why. By delaying food a little longer, Harold allowed his body to finish its cellular repair cycle. This simple shift reduced inflammation, improved insulin sensitivity, and strengthened his metabolic rhythm. He wasn't eating less, he was just eating later, and his body responded like it had been waiting for this chance for decades. Here's the part that shocks most people. Seniors who delay their first meal by even a short window often notice easier weight maintenance, better appetite control, sharper thinking, fewer morning cravings, more stable blood pressure, because their cells actually get time to complete the job they started during sleep. But if you think this habit is powerful, wait until you hear what comes next. In part 7, we reveal a morning ritual that influences your heart, your brain, your digestion, your muscles, and even your mood throughout the day. It's one of the most overlooked longevity triggers, yet it's so simple you'll wonder why no one ever told you. Let me start this part with a question that might surprise you. Have you ever noticed that your entire day can change based on one tiny moment in the morning? The moment you choose what to think, what to feel, or how to react. Most people believe their body controls their mind, but after 65, the opposite becomes true. Your mind controls your biology. And there is one morning habit so small, so simple, yet so strangely powerful that can shift your heart rate, your digestion, your muscle tension, and even your immune response. Gratitude activation.
Not journaling, not writing long lists, not forcing positivity, just 20 to 30 seconds of intentional gratitude immediately after waking. Now, before you think this sounds too soft, too emotional, or too new age, let me show you what actually happens inside a senior's body when they do this. The moment you wake up, your brain is in a unique state called theta, the same state children use to learn quickly and deeply. In this window, your brain absorbs messages like a sponge. So if your first thoughts are stress, fear, negative anticipation, your body responds with tension, inflammation, shallow breathing, and elevated cortisol. But if your first thoughts trigger gratitude, even a small, simple gratitude, your brain instantly releases chemicals that lower inflammation, relax blood vessels, improve blood flow, and stabilize your immune system. This isn't emotional fluff. This is physiology. Let me share a real example. A 76-year-old man named Peter struggled with morning anxiety. Not panic, not fear, just a heavy, restless feeling he couldn't explain. His doctor recommended something unusual. Before you get out of bed, think of one thing you're grateful for. Only one, and don't rush it. Peter resisted at first. He felt silly, but he tried anyway. Day 1, nothing. Day 3, slight calmness. Day 7, something changed. He said, I felt my chest loosen, like someone turned down the volume on my stress. Why? Because gratitude activates the vagus nerve, the powerful nerve that controls heart rate, digestion, and emotional regulation. When the vagus nerve turns on, your body enters rest and repair mode, the exact state seniors need to age more slowly. Even more surprising, seniors who practice short gratitude moments consistently show lower inflammation markers, better sleep quality, stronger immune function, reduced morning cortisol, and stabilized cognitive stability. And all of this from 20 to 30 seconds of thought. You don't have to write anything. You don't have to be poetic. You don't need dramatic emotion. Just think of one thing that brings warmth. A person, a memory, a moment, a blessing, and let your brain hold it. But here's the twist. This ritual becomes exponentially more powerful when paired with the next habit, a habit that directly affects longevity, blood pressure, digestion, heart rhythm, and even your mood throughout the day.
It takes less than a minute, yet most seniors never do it. Let's start this part with a question almost no one has ever asked you. What's the very first physical signal your body receives each morning? Not hydration, not sunlight, not movement, but something far more subtle and far more powerful. The answer? Your posture. Before you take your first sip of water, before you step outside, before you stretch, your body reads your posture like a command. Chest lifted or collapsed, shoulders relaxed or tight, neck aligned or compressed, spine open or hunched. Your body listens and obeys. Most seniors don't realize this, but the very first posture you step into after waking determines your breathing depth, your heart rhythm, your digestive readiness, your oxygen flow, and even your emotional state for hours. Think about it. When someone wakes up and immediately hunches forward, their body interprets it as a stress signal. Heart rate rises, breathing shortens, cortisol increases, blood pressure adjusts for threat mode. Digestive organs tighten, neck and back muscles brace, all of that before you've even made it to the bathroom. And this tiny unconscious posture accelerates aging, not because of the posture itself, but because of the biological chain reaction it sets off. But here's the empowering part. You can reverse that aging signal in less than 60 seconds by using what physiologists call the morning alignment reset. It's not exercise, it's not stretching, it's a simple repositioning technique that turns on your entire system. Here's how it works. The moment you stand up, place your feet hip-width apart. Gently roll your shoulders back, lift your chest slightly, elongate your spine as if a string is pulling the top of your head upward, and then let your body inhale naturally. This one position floods your brain with oxygen, increases lung capacity, reduces muscle tension, and signals your nervous system, You are safe. You are stable. You can repair. A 73-year-old woman named Denise discovered this accidentally. For years, she'd wake with tightness in her neck and stiffness in her lower back. She assumed it was arthritis, age, wear and tear. But during a physical therapy session, her therapist noticed she always stood up from a chair in a hunched position. He taught her the morning alignment reset. On day 1, she felt a small relief. On day 3, she noticed her breathing was deeper. By week 2, her neck tension was nearly gone. By week 4, she said she felt surprisingly younger every morning, all because she changed the first message her posture sent to her body. This reset improves blood flow, balance and coordination, heart rate stability, lung efficiency, digestive readiness, and muscle activation. In other words, it is the ignition switch for your entire morning. But here's where it gets even more fascinating. When you combine proper posture with the next habit, the benefits multiply dramatically, improving brain sharpness, mood stability, memory retention, and focus. Before we reveal this next habit, let me ask you something personal. When you wake up, does your mind feel sharp and ready? Or does it feel slow, foggy, or scattered, like your thoughts are waking up hours after your body? Most seniors blame age, some blame sleep, others blame stress. But the truth is far simpler. Your brain needs a morning ignition the same way your muscles and heart do. And there is one habit so powerful yet so overlooked that neuroscientists call it the mental spark plug of aging adults. It's not puzzles, it's not reading, it's not memory games, it's intentional mental priming. Just 60 seconds of mental activation that sets the tone for your focus, clarity, motivation, and emotional stability throughout the day. This isn't affirmations, it isn't forced positivity, it isn't talking to yourself in the mirror. It's something much simpler and much more biologically effective. It's the act of telling your brain what today is about before the world tells you.
Her doctor asked her a simple question. When was the last time you started your day in silence? She couldn't remember. So he instructed her to do one thing. Before turning on the TV, before checking her phone, before speaking to anyone, just sit. Hands relaxed, eyes soft, breathing easy. 30 seconds, that's it. Within days, her morning tension faded. Within a week, she felt emotionally lighter. Within a month, she described her mornings as peaceful for the first time in years. Because stillness is not the absence of activity, it's the activation of biological balance. And here's the secret. This final habit is the glue, the amplifier, the stabilizer. Without it, the other habits help you. With it, the other habits transform you. So now you know the full blueprint, the 6 morning habits that can extend your life after 65. The habits that can sharpen your mind, protect your heart, strengthen your muscles, and slow down aging itself. The question is no longer, do these habits work? The real question is, will you give your body the morning it's been waiting for? Thank you for watching. Your future self is already smiling. Here's why this works. When you wake up, your brain is switching between 2 states. The calm, relaxed theta state and the alert, ready beta state. Most people skip the transition and jump straight into chaos. Phones, notifications, screens, noise, demands. But when you pause for 60 seconds to mentally prime your day, your brain receives a clear command. Here's the direction. Follow it. This single moment reduces morning cortisol, increases dopamine, and sharpens your prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain responsible for decision-making and memory. Let me share a story. A 79-year-old retired engineer named Howard struggled with morning fog. He said some days he needed nearly 2 hours to wake up mentally. He wasn't forgetful, he just felt slow. His daughter, a psychologist, taught him a simple priming ritual. The moment he sat up in bed, he asked himself one question. What is the one thing I want to feel or achieve today? Not a to-do list, not a goal, just a direction. For example, I want to feel steady today.
I want to move my body today. I want to stay calm today. I want to enjoy something simple today. Within a week, Howard felt a difference. Within a month, his morning fog had nearly vanished. His brain wasn't confused anymore. It had instructions. Mental priming improves focus, memory retention, emotional stability, motivation, stress resilience, and cognitive speed. And here's the most surprising part. Seniors who use mental priming every morning show fewer signs of cognitive decline, not because they're training their minds, but because they're guiding them. Your brain doesn't age nearly as fast as people think. What ages is the lack of direction. But if you think mental priming is powerful, wait until you hear the final morning habit. The ultimate longevity trigger, the habit that ties everything together and determines whether your body actually uses the benefits of the previous 9 habits or lets them go to waste. Take a deep breath, because everything we've built up to, the hydration, the sunlight, the muscle activation, the breathing, the delayed intake, the gratitude, the posture reset, the mental priming, all of it comes down to one final habit, a habit most people ignore, a habit that determines whether your body uses all the benefits from the previous steps or wastes them entirely. Let me ask you something. Have you ever done all the right things, yet still felt like your body wasn't improving the way you hoped? There's a reason. Your body has one final morning switch, one that controls whether your energy stays steady, whether your mood stays balanced, whether your heart stays calm, whether your digestion works smoothly, and whether your cells continue repairing through the day. And that switch is morning stillness. Not long meditation, not sitting cross-legged, not chanting, just 30 to 60 seconds of intentional stillness right after your morning routine before the world starts demanding pieces of you. Most seniors wake up and enter motion immediately, thoughts racing, tasks waiting, responsibilities pressing. But your body is still transitioning out of sleep, still calibrating hormones, still adjusting its internal rhythm. Without stillness, that rhythm becomes chaotic. Your heart rate spikes, cortisol floods your bloodstream, blood pressure jumps, digestion tightens, your nervous system goes into alert mode even if nothing is wrong. But when you create a moment of calm, a pause, your body receives the message, you are safe, you are grounded, you can repair. Here's what stillness does in less than a minute. Lowers stress hormones, balances heart rhythm, improves oxygen flow, enhances emotional stability, clears mental clutter, strengthens immune function, and sets a calm foundation for the entire day. All because you gave your body what it desperately needs but rarely receives, a gentle landing into wakefulness. Let me tell you about Maria, age 82. She followed every healthy habit she could find, walking, stretching, eating well, yet she still felt overwhelmed most mornings.